1,000 years ago, the human world was invaded by monsters from the Black Abyss. Huge monsters and dragons wreaked havoc, plunging humanity into chaos and fear. The appearance of the mysterious monuments was a glimmer of hope for mankind. They radiated a power that changed the course of the war. From then on, people started getting professions from the monuments, which gave them the ability to fight monsters. This was the beginning of a desperate struggle for survival. Gradually strengthening their strength, humanity pushed the beast back into the Black Abyss and consolidated their territory. After that, Huaxia established capitals at the 9 monuments, and the annual ceremony of choosing professions became a tradition. School children gather at the monument to go through the ceremony of choosing a profession. This is an important event on which everyone's future depends. However, the monsters from the Black Abyss still haven't completely disappeared. They lurk in the shadows, waiting for the next attack. To defeat them finally, humanity still needs the power of the young. It is the new generation that can be the decisive factor in this war. It was the 53rd year of the new era, the day of choosing professions in Lintian City. People once again gathered at the monument to determine their destiny. The teacher announces the beginning of the ceremony and warns that the monument itself will distribute the professions based on everyone's abilities. This is a moment of destiny for each participant. He reminds them that regardless of whether the student becomes a fighter or a support specialist, everyone has a responsibility to contribute to the development of the nation. The fate of Huaxia is now in their hands. After 18 years of study, the students finally get a chance to awaken. One of the guys dreams of a fighting class so he can join a guild and earn easy money. However, another student points out that becoming a warrior is not so easy. Only half of the students at their school get martial professions. Meanwhile, Auri, group of students notice that Lin Tianhao is still sleeping. He is considered the laziest in the school, and even getting a supporting profession would be a miracle. One of them mockingly suggests that the profession of a beast tamer, considered the lowest profession, would be perfect for him. Lin Tianhao, a student from the end of the 2nd grade of Lingtian School, has finally come to the ceremony. He ponders his fate and wonders what profession he will enter. One of the guys wonders what Tianhao is aiming for. He replies that he hopes to obtain an S-rank talent or even a hidden class. The other students begin to laugh out loud at his ambitions. They're sure he won't even get a regular support profession, reminding him that his last rating was a C. Lin Tianhao recalls his scores: Strength 2.9, Intelligence 2.8, Physique 1.6, Spirit 1.7, Agility 1.5, and overall potential rating of C. He recognizes that with this result, he has little chance of success. Despite this, he does not lose hope and ponders. If an ordinary man can become a phoenix, then he has a chance too. He recalls that he has already experienced transmigration to another world, and if that was a miracle, why not another one? He sincerely hopes that he will get a good profession. It is announced that the 2nd grade students of Lintian No. 1 school should take turns to go on stage to choose a profession. It's Wong Dong's turn to go through the profession selection ceremony. He confidently steps forward, attracting the attention of the people around him, including Lin Tianhao. Before approaching the monument, Wong Dong throws a defiant comment towards Lin Tianhao, showing self-confidence and disdain. Teacher explains that the transfer process takes about 5 seconds. Any discomfort is normal and should be tolerated. Wong Dong touches the monument, and it begins to emit a powerful golden energy. The energy waves enveloped his hand and body. Under the influence of the light of divine power, his choice of profession is successful. His eyes fill with radiance, reflecting the transformation that has taken place. Wong Dong receives the warrior class, much to the admiration of the girl accompanying him. He is jubilant with joy, confident of his success. However, upon awakening, it is revealed that his talent is only a C rank. This news comes as a bit of a shock to him, despite his profession. Even though Wong Dong's talent is only C rank, it is considered a high result for ordinary people. He is instructed to report to the Lintian City Guild, where professionals will train him in specialized skills. The girls watching the ceremony admire Wong Dong, calling him handsome and dreaming of going into the dungeons with him. They are jealous of his success, as his profession as a warrior almost guarantees a stable job for life. Wong Dong himself brags to the girls, showing off his profession card. The girls behind him continue to show interest in him. Wong Dong treats Lin Tianhao with disdain, mockingly calling him class trash. Tianhao realizes that the situation will only get worse now that the offender has become a warrior. Wong Dong's companions continue to mock Tianhao, reproaching him for his silence and disparaging his behavior. Wong Dong himself decides not to spoil the mood and invites everyone to celebrate. Ling Tianhao ponders how someone as aggressive as Wang Dong could become a warrior. He begins to wonder what kind of profession he himself will become. People around continue to discuss what the loser can get, and most are sure that it will be something pathetic. It's obvious to everyone that he can't reach Wang Dong. The moment comes when the host announces that Lin Tianhao should approach the monument. Next, her voice trembles slightly, emphasizing the tension of the moment. Tianhao responds with confidence, raising his hand. His determination is noticeable even among the crowd. He walks up to the monument and prays to himself to get a fighting profession. He doesn't care what kind, as long as it allows him to fight. He mentally pleads for the opportunity to be someone strong. His face reflects anxiety, tension, and hope. Touching the monument, Tianhao activates the process of choosing a profession. Energy lightning flashes around him. A powerful explosion of light and energy erupts around Tianhao. The power emanating from the monument encompasses the entire site. The guy feels the light from the panel fill him with power. He hopes it can change his whole life. The woman is shocked, guessing the young man's profession. Her reaction suggests that it is something very unusual. From above, you can see the energy dissipating from the panel. Everyone around them is watching tensely. The woman asks him to prepare himself morally, as everyone's fate is different. She is about to announce his profession. The young man learns that his profession is that of a summoner. The young man learns that his profession is that of a summoner. The listeners react with derision, considering the convocationist a useless class. They see his fate as even more pathetic than before. At this moment, something unknown awakens in the guy's body. It is announced that the Abyss Lord system has been activated, and he will receive a random SSS-Rank talent. The interface reports that the Lord of the Abyss system will activate one random SSS-Rank talent every 10 levels. He is surprised to realize that he got a system. In doing so, he immediately receives his first SSS-Rank talent. The young man realizes the extent of his power. With a new talent every 10 levels by level 100, he will become the owner of 10 SSS talents. While the teacher is watching the process, the system reports that the SSS-Rank talent draw is in progress. Lin Tianhao looks serious and focused. The system congratulates Lin Tianhao for obtaining the SSS-level talent, Demonic Sacrifice. The skill description states that the user can sacrifice maximum health to instantly level up a summoned creature and enhance it with demonic power from hell. These creatures will be able to continue to gain experience in combat. The character is shocked that the loss of maximum HP is permanent. This causes him to become alarmed. He ponders that, despite the high cost, as a summoner, he doesn't have to fight on the front lines. If his creatures are strong enough, he can get by. In the future, he expects to use HP boosting gear. Explains that for every 100 units of maximum HP sacrificed, the summoned creature gains 1 level. Lin Tianhao assesses his current situation. With 1000 HP, he can keep at least 100 and immediately upgrade the creature to at least level 9. He decides to use such an ability with caution. The teacher, meanwhile, tries to encourage him by telling him that even if the profession is ineffective, there are always other paths in life. The hero thanks the teacher for her support and declares that he believes in himself and can achieve something. She, however, still has doubts. Meanwhile, in the crowd, a girl mockingly says that if he's a caller, maybe he should go home and rethink his future. Ling Tianhao realizes that being a summoner is considered a disgrace and is laughed at. Despite the scorn of those around him, he is determined to become the strongest summoner in this world. At home, his sister happily greets him and asks him about his profession. He calmly replies that he has become a convocationist. The girl wonders, for it is the most useless profession that is considered trash. The guy confirms that's exactly what he got. She tries to support her brother by promising to become a mage, to protect him one day. Ling Tianhao was embarrassed looking at his sister, especially considering her candid appearance. He tells her not to worry, his power is far greater than she thinks, and he can handle himself. The sister gets cranky, thinking he's bullying her again, and leaves, grumbling that he's treating her like a child. Lin receives a message about an urgent gathering of everyone who has successfully completed the transfer. Lin Tianhao decides to still go and figure out what kind of gathering caused the notification on his phone. The teacher reports that their class has performed well when changing. Professions: 5 have become warriors. 8 have chosen the path of mages, 11 have become support, and only 1 has become a summoner. Some students begin to ridicule someone who has gotten into the drafting profession, calling them useless and written off. The teacher explains that Lin Tianhao's situation is special and hands him a beginner's guide for summoners that can help. Ling Tianhao thanks the teacher, and the teacher advises him to seek help for any difficulty and asks him to return to his seat. Studying the book, Lin realizes how thick the manual is and concludes that being a conscript is the bottom of all professions. The teacher explains that everyone has been called so that the school can gather detailed information about those who have successfully changed careers. He adds that all classes will be present and asks not to embarrass him in front of everyone. There is a strange monument set up in an open area that looks like a car with a target. A group of students are gathered around it, all preparing for some important test. A man with glasses and long hair announces the start of the aptitude test. His words attract the attention of the crowd. One student with confidence in his eyes steps forward and challenges himself to take the test first. One of the students makes a powerful attack, creating a blue burst of energy. His score is 73, which is considered a good talent. He is advised to keep working hard. The next competitor shows an even more impressive score by chopping the target with a powerful punch. The scoreboard reads 89 points. The bald guy is happy with his grade. His result is called one of the highest for the whole school year, and he is praised for his diligence. Now it is the turn of the protagonist. He calmly walks out to the rig, holding a staff in his hands while the previous participant steps aside. He recalls seeing a basic summoning spell in a book his teacher gave him, but has never tried it yet. He decides to act on luck, to open the book, and just hope that everything will work. Unexplainable symbols are revealed to him. The hero begins to cast a spell, standing in the epicenter of swirls of magical energy. The air around him swirls with the power he controls. The teacher and other observers are shocked at what is happening. The teacher is clearly amazed and cannot believe what he is seeing. The magical flash is getting stronger and stronger. Someone in the crowd is surprised that the hero was actually able to do the summoning. The question arises, what exactly did he summon? A huge shadow with an intimidating appearance begins to form from the shroud of magic. From a flash of light, a summoned creature appears. It's a cute blue slime that makes a gurgle sound when it appears. Lin Tianhao, holding the book in his hands, watches the creature he had just summoned with shock. People around you start laughing when they see a slime, thinking it is too cute and useless. Some people question whether such a creature can even fight. Tianhao looks at the slime that bounces happily beside him in confusion. He can hardly believe that it is his summoned beast. The creature's characteristics appear on the screen. It is a summoned beast, beginning slime, level 1, 500 HP, 9 attack power. It has the skills, corrosive slime and spit slime, no equipment. Tianhao ponders with a disgruntled look. 9. Attack power is like scratching himself. Slime only squeaks cutely in response. The teacher, to stop the noise, encourages everyone to check the result of the test. The electronic scoreboard displays the result, a total of 9 points. The teacher confusedly confirms the result, 9 points. The audience looks on in surprise and disappointment. The teacher tries to cheer up Lin Tianhao, saying that even 9 points is still a result. The mockery continues all around. Ling Tianhao, with a serious look, asks the teacher for permission to try again, and the teacher reluctantly agrees. The guy decides to activate his unique skill, an SSS-level talent called Demonic Sacrifice. He chooses to donate. Once the ability is activated, the summoned creature will be permanently transformed into a demonic and enhanced. Lin Tianhao decides to start by investing 200 points. In the crowd, Wong Dong loudly taunts him, claiming that even 100 attempts won't change anything. Juvenal's maximum health suddenly decreases from 1,000 to 800, and the slug's body begins to deform from the powerful effect of the sacrifice. The transformation process becomes more and more terrifying. The slug is covered in red veins and dark energy. The creature's insides begin to transform into a ghastly form, glowing with hellish energy. The pulsing lines finally penetrate the slug, completing the painful transformation. The people around them watch in shock, unable to believe their eyes. The creature in clouds of demonic energy completes the transformation, and Ling Tianhao is astonished to realize a demonized slug is standing in front of him. The interface shows that Lin Tianhao's slug has been demonized. Its level had risen to level 3, and its characteristics had increased dramatically. Its HP became 1,200, its attack power became 120, and there was a new ability called Demon Dance. Lin Tianhao gives the command to attack, looking at his summoned beast with confidence. The demonized slug soars into the air, preparing for a powerful strike, looking menacing and swift. The slug rushes towards its target with incredible speed, leaving a furious trail behind it. With terrifying force, it crashes down on the center of the target, causing a bright flash from the impact. The entire site shudders from the impact, and the energy emanating from the slug electrifies the surroundings. The crowd freezes in shock, watching as the screen begins to glow under the pressure of the force. The young man stands in a daze, not believing his eyes. Ling Tianhao stares in amazement at the result of the attack, clearly not expecting such an effect. The scoreboard lights up at 120, causing a wave of shock to everyone present. The teacher and students are confused. No one can believe that someone who was considered a weakling has surpassed even Wong Dong with his 89 points. Wong Dong is beyond furious. He can't believe that a useless loser like Lin Tianhao got a higher score than himself. He recalls that even the legendary martial god Fang Chanyun only scored 101 points. It seems to him that Lin Tianhao's 120 points is something impossible. He begins to suspect that Lin has taken the test twice and may have tampered with the result. Someone in the crowd shouts out that Lin must have cheated. Several people support the accusations, saying that first he scored 9 points and then suddenly 120. Lin Tianhao confirms that he did make a difference, but only by applying his talent to his slime. The teacher thinks for a moment. He recognizes that there is logic in the words of the accusers. Ling Tianhao declares that he wasn't cheating and looks at the teacher approaching him. Standing next to him is his demonized slime. The teacher, along with Lin Tianhao, walks over to the car to sort things out. Everyone is watching them carefully. The teacher assesses the situation in silent contemplation. He is serious and focused, pondering the truth of Lin's words. He loudly declares that this is not about cheating. It was just that the machine had malfunctioned, and Lin Tianhao really wasn't cheating. Wong Dong snorts, not believing this explanation. In his mind, he still sounds certain that Lin can't be stronger than him. It's just a coincidence or a mistake. One of the students asks what will happen to Lin Tianhao's score if the machine really broke down. He is immediately answered that the first attempt was definitely fair. Everyone saw the score of 9 points. Wang Dong also confirms that it was 9 points. Teacher says that due to a glitch in the system, Lin Tianhao's result will be cancelled and he will retake the test later. Ling Tianhao is confused. He didn't expect to be allowed to try again. The crowd is outraged. They are outraged that Lin Tianhao's score has been reset because everyone witnessed his failure. Some people think that the teacher is biased and is purposely favoring Lin Tianhao. The teacher abruptly interrupts the argument, stating that he will make his own decision. He officially ends the test for today as the machine is malfunctioning. Everyone who hasn't taken the test yet, including Lin Tianhao, will retake the test after the equipment is fixed. One of the disciples angrily calls out to Wang Dong, clearly intending to say something about what's going on. However, after Wang Dong's gaze, he immediately shuts up and covers his mouth. His fear of him is obvious. Wang Dong once again mocks Lin Tianhao, saying that he will remain trash even if he retakes the exam. He compares him to a mountain chicken dreaming of becoming a phoenix and says that they are just dreams. Wang Dong turns around to the others and says, "It's time to go to the first-level dungeon, the Black Abyss. No need to waste time on a loser." Lin Tianhao remembers that the Black Abyss is a dungeon for beginners. He decides that it is the perfect place to try out his demonized slug in battle. As Wang Dong and his companions leave, Ling Tianhao escorts them with a serious look as he prepares for his next move. The engineers discuss the device damaged by the student, marveling at the extent to which it was destroyed. One of the engineers suggests that perhaps the school has produced another genius given the severity of the damage. Lin Tianhao meets the priest at the gate and he takes an interest in him. He says that Ling Tianhao has a natural ability to summon. Lin senses that his words are familiar to him and asks if he is addressing him. The old man offers Lin to buy the summoner's staff for 300 gold, asking his opinion. Lin resents the inflated price for an ordinary piece of wood. The old man assures that he only offered such a low price because of their chance meeting, and for others he would have cost more. Lin decides that in a world where summoner guilds are rare, good equipment is worth the splurge. Lin can feel a special power emanating from the staff. The old man insisted on a price of 300 gold pieces for the staff. Lin Tianhao discovered that he only had 92 gold pieces. He tried to negotiate a discount to 92 gold pieces. Shepard agreed to take 92 gold pieces as a deposit. He explained that this money guaranteed that the staff would not be sold to anyone else, and instructed Lin to retrieve the treasure from the labyrinth. Lin was surprised to find himself pulled into a task from a character, just like in a game. The old man said that in the depths of the labyrinth, everything would become clear, Lin. was forced to leave his fingerprint on the contract. Soon the young man set the seal. The old man reminded Lin not to forget their agreement, and he left thoughtful. Lin Tianhao finds himself under a rain cloud, and someone is wondering what Elder Fan is doing. Due to a test car breakdown, testing has been suspended, and Elder suggests a return. One of the attendees recognizes Lin Tianhao as a student from his class and notes that he has a difficult path ahead of him as a caster. The Elder agrees that Tianhao has a difficult road ahead, shows the entrance to the ice. Besna of the first level. Lin Tianhao studies the entrance and ponders the conditions of passage, talks about the need for a group of 3 to 5 participants to enter. The Ice Besna speed leaderboard is mentioned. If you get the top spot in the rankings, you can get generous rewards. Award details have been announced. The Golden Beginning Cuirass, which adds defense and health. Lin Tianhao said that getting 120 points could be a valuable goal. Someone doubted that Lin, being the weakest, was capable of handling the test. Lin noticed that he was once again facing the same old difficulties. Wong Dong and his companions declared that Lin was better off farming than going into the abyss. Lin replied that they had better stay out of his business. He was reminded that it takes a team of 3 to enter the abyss. There was a suggestion from a rank C warrior and 2 rank E mages to band together. Others hoped for the warriors' help, believing their salvation was assured. Several people offered their magical abilities for attack and defense. Wong Dong chose a few people to join the team. One of the characters noted that their comrade was a rank C warrior, and that was impressive. He added that Wong Dong intends to rank high on the leaderboard. The companion confirmed Wong Dong's intention to achieve a quick victory, promising not to become a hindrance. The group gathered in front of the entrance to the mysterious portal, preparing for the test. On the ground in front of the portal lay the remains of a skeleton, hinting at the impending danger. The group was shocked by the sight of the remains, showing how dangerous this ordeal can be. One member of the group warned the others that they must stay together, or they would be killed. Wong Dong cheerfully urged everyone to move forward, showing confidence. Lin Tianhao has been watching the group, and it seems that he suspects that the goals of Wong Dong and his companions might be insidious. Lin Tianhao believed that Wong Dong and his companions were ungenerous and was certain that the pair of participants might not be lucky enough to get out of there alive. He pondered that resurrection after death was expensive, so the best option would be success without deaths. Lin Tianhao turned out to be an S-rank summoner with the same level of skill and talent. People discussed Lin's high ranking, but questioned his abilities as a draftee. Lin had a hard time gathering a team around him despite his level. Soon the young man turned his attention to someone. In the crowd, there was a girl named Li Shui, an E-rank bard who looked worried. Lin noticed that she had probably been waiting a long time for a team. Lin motioned for Li Shui to join him on the team. Surprised, she realized that she was being invited by an S-rank summoner. Lin explained that he wanted to enter the competition but couldn't find partners, surprised by his attractiveness. She eventually agreed to join Lin, appreciating his offer. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui teamed up, becoming teammates. Lin assured Li that he could handle the monsters and asked her to take care of herself. Li Shui was touched by Lin's concern and promised not to cause trouble. Lin and Li decided they needed another partner on the team. Some participants turned their attention to the attractive girl, Su Qing, asking her to linger. Su Qing, a priestess, with a rank A talent, had caught the attention of many. Lin recognized Su Qing as a popular girl from their school. Su Qing remembered that Lin was at the lower ranks in school and was surprised at his summoner status. She wondered about the possibility of joining his team, which surprised Lin. Su Qing ordered Lin to take her on his team, which gave him a shock. Lin Tianhao is surprised to be noticed because of Su Qing's decision to join his team. Su Qing confirmed her choice and showed confidence in Lina. Some were outraged by her choice and wondered why she chose a summoner. Su Qing showed her displeasure at the attention from the people around her and clearly stated that she was already on the team with Lin. Li Shek and Su Jung decided to enter the abyss together. Lin asked Su Qing about her motivation to join their team. Su Qing explained that she wants to succeed and needs 2 ballasts to advance. Lin and Li Shui are surprised that she sees them as ballast to accomplish her goal. Su Qing, walking first, hurried the others to catch up with her. Lin and Li Shui realized that their company consisted of 3 people, pondering their new position. Lin Tianhao remarks that there are no suitable candidates right now and warns of the danger, advising him to retreat if necessary. The heroes find themselves on a snowy terrain. Lin Tianhao, Li Shui, and Su Qing examine the cold area, noting how icy it is. Lin Tianhao notices that his cold protection gear is not working. Li Shui recalled that he could cast an aura of cold resistance. She begins to play the harp, creating a magical aura. Sujing notes that, at the very least, it's useful. They decide to move on so they can reach their goal faster. Along the way, someone watches them from the woods. Lin Tianhao is preparing for a possible threat. A young boy encounters the corrupted wandering wolf whose soul inhabits a fractured body. The group of Lin Tianhao, Li Shui, and Su Qing sees a low-level monster in Cold Valley. Su Qing decides that this is the perfect opportunity for training. She transforms into a half-animal form using the powers of the druidess. Ling Tianhao is surprised at Su Qing's half-turn into a beast. Su Qing attacks the wolf, rushing towards it. Her attack deals significant damage to the wolf. Ling Tianhao and Li Shui notice that her claws are causing her to bleed. Su Qing grants trophies for the effects of the cold resistance aura. Li Shui is embarrassed by Su Qing's politeness and says that it is not necessary. Ling Tianhao, Su Qing, and Li Shui continue their journey, inviting each other to follow along. They spot a few wolves along the way and prepare for another fight. Su Qing rushes forward with a purposeful gaze. She is determined to deal with the wolves, which she finds difficult to defeat. Su Qing realizes that 3-on-1 battles are still a bit difficult for her, but she has the desire to top the leaderboard. Li Shu is concerned about Su Qing's health. Li Shu offers to help Su Qing by using a healing spell, but Su Qing prefers to save Li Shui's mana. In the end, Su Qing takes out a vial of potion and recovers. Ling Tianhao looks at Li Shui with gratitude and support. The full group continues on its way through the snowy terrain. Su Qing and Ling Tianhao look around, assessing the next steps. Su Qing finds herself on a magic circle activating a dangerous spell. Lin Tianhao and Li Shui notice that the situation is getting worse, and Su Qing needs to act quickly. Su Qing notices the object falling on her and prepares to attack. An explosion occurs at the landing spot, and Su Qing is forced to retreat. An elite monster, the corrupted wandering zombie, appears in front of the team. Su Qing realizes that the battle will be difficult because of the opponent's strength. Ling Tianhao and Li Shui ponder over the reasons for the hidden monster's appearance and speculate that it might have been due to Su Qing's actions. Su Qing fights the monster, but its speed comes as a surprise to her. She realizes that the monster is too fast for her, which complicates the situation. An elite zombie attacks with a powerful punch, destroying everything in its path. Su Qing lies unconscious after being hit hard. Li Shui and Ling Tianhao are worried and realize that they need to help Su Qing. The elite monster approaches Su Qing, preparing to strike. Lin Tianhao summons a demonic slug to confront the monster. The demon slug has impressive strength and is ready to attack. Lin Tianhao orders the slug to use his powerful skill. The slug attacks the monster, creating a powerful punch. Su Qing is still in danger as the fight continues. The monster continues its attack, targeting Su Qing. Suddenly, the monster shows signs of surprise, reacting to what is happening. The monster is puzzled, not realizing if it has succeeded in striking. Ling Tianhao stands confidently, protecting Su Qing and Li Shui with the help of the demon slug. He asks Li Shui to take Su Qing to a safe place for treatment and decides to tackle the monster alone. The monster continues to attack, but Ling Tianhao is determined. He orders the slug to use a special attack. The slug attacks by flying toward the monster at high speed. The demon slug prepares to deliver a more powerful blow. The monster is trapped, and its attacks are slowed down. Tianhao orders the use of the powerful demon dance skill. The monster struggles to deal with the aftermath of the attack, experiencing difficulty and loss of control. Lin Tianhao realizes that the damage on the monster is only 50% because of the high defense, and another approach needs to be found. The monster is shocked by the damage done and tries to recover. Lin notices that the slug is able to melt the monster's body. The monster tries to attack the slug, but it takes a tremendous amount of effort. Lin Tianhao develops a new strategy to fight the monster. He orders the slug to use the demon dance ability and strong corrosion, targeting the enemy's ankle. The slug quickly attacks the monster, aiming for its weak spot. The goal of the work is successfully achieved, and the monster begins to weaken. The monster expresses surprise that its defenses have been breached, and it can no longer resist. The monster falls down. Stunned, Lin Tianhao and his team record their victory. Li Shui uses magic to heal Su Qing, who is unconscious after the fight. Su Qing begins to regain consciousness, her condition gradually improving. Ling Tianhao realizes that the defense of the monster's lower body is weaker than the upper body. He makes the decision to attack this particular weak spot. The demon slug changes tactics and attacks the bottom of the monster, dealing significant damage. The slug is active, infiltrating the body of the enemy and causing destruction. The monster loses its strength before the final attack from Lin Tianhao and his team. The enemy is dealt a decisive blow, and his body is destroyed by the slug's attack. After winning, Lin Tianhao is rewarded with experience points and valuable trophies. He is surprised at the number of points he received and attributes it to the fact that he defeated a powerful opponent, Su Qing. And Li Shui discuss how Lin Tianhao slew a strong monster, marveling at its power. Su Qing pondered how impressive Lin Tianhao's intelligence and determination were. Lin Tianhao asks Su Qing if she is okay. She assures him that her wound is minor and there is nothing to worry about. Li Shui tells Lin Tianhao that they need to stop and rest as her healing spell is too slow. Su Qing states that they can't stop because they are competing for the top spot on the leaderboard. She is convinced she can keep going and wants to keep going. Lin Tianhao reminds Su Qing that if she dies, she won't be able to fight for a spot on the leaderboard. She agrees with his reasoning, and Lin Tianhao offers to rest for a while, mentioning a nearby cave. They find a cave and decide to stay there for the night. Lin Tianhao suggests that the others rest while he stands guard outside. Li Shui says she is tired and has used up too much magic. She needs to rest. Li Shui instantly falls asleep, which surprises Su Qing and Lin Tianhao. The young man suggests Su Qing to rest as well, and he himself is about to look outside. Su Qing stops him to thank him for the save. She is embarrassed and adds that she always remembers good deeds. She hastily declares that she will go to bed and asks him to forget what she just said. Lin Tianhao reflects that she has a sharp tongue, but she is honest at heart. Su Qing continues to think about something while looking from under the blanket. Lin Tianhao notices that after the last battle, his level has risen to the 3rd level. He rejoices when he sees how much his performance has increased. Lin Tianhao is mastering a new ability that is suitable for augmentation. He adds 400 units of health to improve the slime's level 4 times, but realizes that he will need another method to further increase it. He transfers 400 stamina units to the slime. This reduces the current health points from 1200 to 800. The demonic slime improves all of its stats to level 7 and gains a new ability, Jerk. Lin Tianhao ponders the use of the new ability and the possibilities of its clones. He offers to test the new ability. Slime unexpectedly activates the skill quickly. The Jerk ability proves to be powerful and impressive. Lin Tianhao orders his slime to use the Jerk ability. The slime turns into a stream of energy, demonstrating its power. After using the ability, the slime's health level decreases, but its agility increases. Lin realizes that the slime's defense has been halved and wonders about the duration of the ability. It becomes clear to him that the slime's power only lasts for 3 minutes. He wonders what can be accomplished in such a short period of time. Lin is flustered at the realization of the situation. He becomes alarmed and realizes that something unexpected has happened. Lin realizes that someone is in danger and rushes to help. He rushes to find out what's going on, following a dangerous path. Li Shui and Su Qing encounter a sinister shadow with red eyes. Lin Tianhao commands his slime to use an attack. The slime attack aims at the enemy using its powerful ability. The enemy takes damage, but the damage is minimal. Lin Tianhao is surprised that his attack was so ineffective. It turns out that the enemy is a giant rabbit with powerful defenses. The girls are worried, realizing that they don't stand a chance against such a strong creature. The monster prepares to attack. Its eyes begin to glow. The monster is huge and threatens to attack Lin Tianhao and his slime. Su Qing warns Lin Tianhao of the danger and asks him to be careful. Lin Tianhao notices the strange creature and is surprised that it is only a rabbit. Slime continues to attack the huge rabbit. The rabbit continues to move towards its enemies. A powerful energy emanates from the creature, creating a vortex around it. Soon, the rabbit disappears. Slime realizes that he has encountered a serious problem and becomes worried. In the same second, Rabbit hits the red slime with tremendous force. Accelerating, he moved closer to deliver another blow. Rabbit delivers a powerful blow to the rabbit. The slime takes damage from the big rabbit time after time. Lin Tianhao gives orders to his ally to use a special attack. The creature tries to attack, but takes damage in return. Lin Tianhao realizes that the rabbit is extremely skilled at dodging attacks. Li Shui and Su Qing are concerned about the creature's speed and explain that it is a giant snow rabbit, one of the most difficult monsters in the region. Su Qing is surprised by the rabbit's aggression and wonders why it is attacking if they haven't crossed its territory. Li Shui expresses concern that their allies' attacks are not working and thinks about getting help. Lin Tianhao realizes that the situation is escalating and it could be dangerous. The demon dance attack is observed to have begun to recharge. Lin Tianhao urges his slime to retreat as quickly as possible, but Rabbit, with powerful and fast attacks, still continues to beat up the slime in the same way. Li Sui decides that she needs to step in and help in the fight. Su Qing tries to stop Li Sui, who rushes towards the danger zone. Li Sui throws something to the rabbit, getting its attention. The snow rabbit attacks, smashing the ground around it. The rabbit looks at its opponents with ominous red eyes. Li Shui is shocked and tensed by the suddenness of the situation. The snow rabbit lets out a powerful roar as it approaches Li Shui. In that case, Li Shu decided to get something out of her bag. Taking advantage of the moment, Li Shui throws a carrot, begging the rabbit to stay away. The rabbit immediately turns its attention to the carrot. The rabbit manages to grab the carrot and its attention shifts. Everyone begins to realize that the rabbit was just hungry. Ling Tianhao and Su Qing are surprised to find that Li Shui has the carrots with him. Li Shui explains that she took the carrots as a food reserve. The rabbit likes the carrots, and Li Shui runs away, frightened by its pursuit. Ling Tianhao realizes that the carrot supply is running low and needs to find a way to distract and defeat the rabbit. He asks Li Shui to give her bag of carrots to Su Qing. Li Shui throws the bag into the air, directing it towards Su Qing. Su Qing catches the bag, realizing its importance in the current situation. The girl deftly grabbed the bag. Su Qing asked for further action, surprising everyone with her unexpected transformation. Su Qing began to confront the formidable monster emitting a dangerous aura. Soon, the young man saw the right moment. Ling Tianhao was preparing for battle with determination, about to deliver a devastating blow. The monster roared furiously, unleashing its might on the opponents. Su Qing quickly reacted to the monster's speed, jumping onto it. She shouted to Lin Tianhao, asking if he was ready. Ling Tianhao pointed in the direction, urging Su Qing to lure the monster closer. Su Qing understood Ling Tianhao's strategy and quickly agreed to follow the plan. Soon, the girl dashed towards the direction that Lin pointed out. At the critical moment, Su Qing used her speed to prevent the monster from catching her. Su Qing rushed to run to lead the monster towards the cliff, following the plan. Determined and focused, she quickly assessed the situation. The monster collapsed onto the cliff following Su Qing, but missed. The rocks sprinkled onto the rabbit, hitting it on the head. He turned to the slime to ask for help so he could continue fighting, and at that moment, the slime soared into the air. The stream of attacks continued to weaken the monster, seriously injuring it. Ling Tianhao was satisfied that the plan was working successfully and shrieked, activating the secret technique. The monster, wounded and weakened, lost its balance. Facing an unexpected threat, it was stunned and puzzled. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story, because next our hero will fight the boss of this cave. Would you like part 2? Write the secret word, rabbit, in the comments. That way I'll know you've seen it to the end. That's all for now. See you later and bye-bye.